Games Workshop have just announced a new core set for Warhammer Underworlds, and I'm loving what I see, so I'm making a short video to talk about it. First up, it's set in Gnarlwood, which is the same setting as Warcry, or to be more specific, it's set under the Gnarlwood in Root Caverns. It's not a big deal, but it does mean it's more likely that the Underworlds models will fit with the warbands for Warcry, which definitely increases the value if you play both games. Excitingly for me, the way cards in the core set are packed has changed. Rather than having 2 faction decks and a bunch of universal cards, we now have 2 faction decks and 2 universal decks. So if you're only interested in the championship format, this makes no difference, but if you're a fan of the Rivals or the Warlords, also known as the Rivals Plus format, then this is a fantastic improvement. Straight out of the box, you can play the 2 faction decks without having to worry about deck building. We've had that before. One of the things I really love about Underworlds is it's a complete game straight away. You don't have to worry about extra scenery or expand the warband, just the core box and you're good to go. With the 2 universal decks, the amount of Rivals combinations go from a single game to 6 possible games, all without any need for deck building, giving a lot of variety with very little effort. What I'm actually interested in though is the Warlords format. In this we take a warband deck and one of the universal decks, then we get to deck build out of that set of cards. With this you get the best of both worlds, deck building like championship format, but without having to spend thousands on product to go collect all the universals. Out of the box there are 2 options, depending on who you give each universal deck to. We'll have to see how well designed they are and whether they're better for one warband or another. Since our last Underworlds video, the Deadly Depths Rivals Universal deck has been released. From the reviews I've seen, this is one of the best universal decks we've seen so far, which honestly is faint praise, but certainly is a start. Picking up this deck will expand the Gnarlwood starter out. You could play it as a Rivals deck, or to build a Warlords deck. As you already have 2 warbands, that adds an extra 2 Warlords decks to your pool. Similarly, if you pick up a new warband, you can use those 2 universal decks along with them. It's all multiplicative, so getting a new warband and a new universal deck will add an extra 5 combinations. All that is without even talking about the miniatures, which are absolutely fantastic. The Sons of Velmorn would go great with models from the Cursed City box to make a Soulblight Graveguard warband in Warcry. The leader is probably the best White King miniature we've seen, while the rest make great Graveguard. The Gnarl Spirit pack adds to the growing number of Dark Oath miniatures. The big guy with mace would make a great Slaughterborn, the Shaman a Godspeaker, and the remaining 2 could be Wrath Touched, Proven, or Glory Seekers, just as easily. To sum up, like all the other Underworlds boxes, this makes a great 2-player game straight away. The change to make the universal cards complete rival decks actively supports the Warlords format, which I love, because you can start playing today and immediately compete at the highest level, at least with the cards, if not the experience. The models, as always, are gorgeous and work for any Age of Sigmar game. If we're really lucky, they might do some Bladeborn rules for them as well. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and comment.